The tale of one cat with two or more homes. Is it possible for your family cat to be doing a little moving and shaking behind your back, receiving food, attention, playtime, and cuddles with another family? In this material, I'll put a bit of a spin on things and talk about the different levels, the different arrangements that some felines can have with another family or simply another person. There are various whys to this puzzle, and potentially even some agreements that can make the two-home life very possible. I think we all know the answer to this question, but the backstories, they can be a bit complex. Interesting topic, and hopefully an informative one. A topic that features a lot more than potentially meets the eye. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Cats, they can certainly have two homes, but it's not always as simple as your indoor-outdoor cat roaming around the neighborhood and setting up shop at a different house various hours of the day. There could be so much more to the story. Let's first talk about the two-family dynamic. Sometimes the secret is not a secret at all. The cat is allowed to roam. It visits another home, perhaps multiple homes. Everyone knows and everyone is cool with it. This is probably more common than it seems. In fact, my senior cat, Burl, I've mentioned him numerous times here on this channel. How he entered my life and how I eventually became his proud owner was that he first began coming over as a visitor, as a guest, leaving his home and his owner, his true home, and paying me a visit. Over time, his owner just didn't care. She knew Burl was spending hours in my backyard and she was cool with it. Eventually, with no words really exchanged about the subject, Burl became my cat. And quite honestly, she seemed very much relieved. From time to time, she would even ask how he was doing. This is an example of a secret family where things are as transparent as the front windshield of your car. Another aspect of the secret family is the neighborhood setting itself. This is about as common as a day that ends in Y, but unless your cat is a 100% house cat and just never leaves home, cats that go outside even for a couple of hours per day eventually become known in the neighborhood. They're known by other people and likely known by other cats who entertain the same, roaming around. If you reside in a neighborhood, there's a good chance that over the years you've had at least one cat, perhaps more, that almost seemed to become your very own pet. You cared for your cat, but you also cared for the one that seemed to live right outside your door. Have you ever bought cat food for a cat that wasn't yours? Did you ever make it a weekly priority? If so, you're certainly not alone. You're caring for your cat, and you're also caring for the other feline because the secret family just happens to be your family. And speaking of that indoor-outdoor cat, this is another layer to the secret family. Some cats, even if they only go outside for a short time each day, as time passes, they could potentially use that time as a means to go to another home. And I don't mean casually. They are laser focused on seeing their secret family. If you let your cat outside within 30 seconds and they're just nowhere to be found, this likely means that your cat has a game plan. Outdoor time means paying a time to the other family, paying that family a visit. Some cats are just casual roamers, perhaps visiting that secret family a couple of times per week. Other cats, they don't even wait for that door to open so they can visit the other home as soon as possible. In fact, if your cat is refusing to come home and the hour is quite late, they could be inside having family night with a family that you don't quite know about yet. Cheating cats, perhaps? Cheating on you with another family? Yeah, it's possible, certainly possible. Another layer to the secret family conversation is the great escape. Some cats, when that door opens, it's more than just a casual thing, a situation where a cat has two homes, perhaps multiple homes, but still realizes where the most love is located. Of course, that's with you. Some felines have two homes because they're looking to escape their primary living situation, and while this is rare, it can happen, and it does. Without going into great detail, my relationship with Burl, it was an agreement, true, but it began as the great escape. Burl wanted out. He wanted a new environment, a new place, and he found all of that with me. He wasn't thrilled with his life, and he wanted to change. There's really no other way to say it. Ultimately, Burl was more than happy to leave, and his original owner was more than happy to watch him go. As cat owners, we'd all love to believe that our time with our pets, we'd love to think that we are a one of one, and everything is unique and very much exclusive. However, unless your cat is a house cat and only gets out for a vet visit, there's a good chance that your pet entertains others. In a neighborhood setting, you can almost guarantee it. Cats in a neighborhood, sure, they will scuffle with each other over territory, but it's also not uncommon for cats to pal around, so much so that a cat, any given cat, will more or less become a product of the neighborhood. Every home in the neighborhood has a secret family, or every home in the neighborhood is a secret family for a cat, any given cat. Cats coming and going, everyone knows everyone, and almost everyone takes care of every cat. It should also be stated that some cats have a secret family in an effort to get specific things, rather than just more of the same. Perhaps the folks next door serve a different type of food. Perhaps they have a different type of home in terms of the layout, more room to play, perhaps. If your cat or any cat isn't having certain wants or needs met, and if they can find what they're looking for from another family, they'll continue to entertain the two-home relationship for as long as possible. In the big picture, it really comes down to what you want and what you're willing to tolerate and accept as a cat owner. The obvious solution is to simply keep your cat indoors. But if you trust your neighbors and the neighborhood as a whole and feel comfortable with the environment, your cat having a secret family, all things considered, there are certainly worse outcomes. As a cat owner, I've seen just about everything, and there are worse things than your Garfield having dinner at the neighbor's house. Cats are curious, and when you open that door to the rest of the world, they're going to explore it, and ultimately they're going to uncover many things, both positive and negative, that the outdoor life has to offer. Right now, actually just moments before I started to edit this video, I fed a cat in my neighborhood. I am the secret family in this case. This cat pretty much lives right outside. More times than not, she's right there, waiting on the food, waiting on the attention, waiting on those good pets. The owner, the real owner, they live right down the street and they know all about what's going on. They know their cat is never at home and they're more than fine with it. They trust the neighborhood and they know everyone means well and would never place the cat in jeopardy. The cat has an owner, but the cat is a friend to all, and mealtime is pretty much a constant thing. There's no shortage of food and fun, that is for sure. A secret family, not really, more like an open relationship, which many times is how all of this plays out. In the canine world, this really isn't a thing, right? Some family dog, the family pet, just sneaking off to every home. But for felines, especially for cats that are allowed to experience the great outdoors, all of this activity borders on normal. Actually, if you're a new owner, a first-time owner, I'd add this to the list of things to expect if you decide to let your cat have daily time outdoors. Eventually, and inevitably, your cat will strike up a relationship with the folks next door. Heck, they could well strike one up, strike that relationship and friendship up before you do. Ultimately, it's really all part of the ownership journey if you decide the outdoor option is right for your cat. One could say that life is meant to be a grand adventure, and those neighborhood cats, they rarely miss a chance to live life to the absolute fullest. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, what are your thoughts on this topic? Does your cat have a secret family, a second family? Are you the secret family to a cat in your neighborhood? Your stories and anything you'd like to add to this conversation, that comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.